Today we're going to talk about iBuckets. I'm with my buddy Mega Matt, and I got a question for you, Matt.
Yes.
What is iBuckets in your eyes? When you just, we haven't been rehearsed this at all. What do you think?
So the iBuckets is a set of money that's earmarked for something in the future. It's
Nice
a
work.
way to say, this is where I intend this to go. I haven't made the money yet, but here's my intention for the money.
Yeah, I like that. You did a good job. Maybe you should sit in this chair. Listen, so over the years, here's the issue. People know that they need to save money for their retirement. People know that they need to save money for things down the road. iBuckets is a way to conceptualize what's most important to you, what are your goals, and then fund it. And then you got to match the risk to when you're going to need it. So here's where I messed up in the past. I've had people that have had their money in one account, and then all of a sudden 08 and 09 hit, and this was about March of 09, the bottom of the market at the time. And I had a couple that were supposed to go on their 50th wedding anniversary, and the husband would not take the money. They had more than enough money, but the stock market was down, and he would not sell. And that's my fault, Matt. My fault from the standpoint that it wasn't sitting in an account that says, here's the money. We knew we were going to need it. It's sitting in a money market account, and it's not down, and you need to go on your 50th wedding anniversary. So after that happened, it was basically being very intentional with the funds that you have, and then put them in the right accounts that match the risk. Does that make some sense?
So
Similar to where your head was?
Average person has how many buckets, theoretically?
I haven't thought about it that way, but let's look at this. So you have your 401k or whatever that is. So that's a retirement bucket. Okay. And you have, by the way, that needs to be filled up. Okay. So you got to do the math to make sure that your retirement bucket's filled up so you can retire on time with enough money. But after that, what are some of the other things that's most important to you that you want to fund? So let me give you some examples. Weddings. You got young kids or grandkids and you want to help fund their wedding. They're not cheap. So weddings are important. College savings, that's another bucket. Health savings account to pay for health issues down the road or insurance or long-term care, right? Long-term care is another bucket. Travel is a bucket. Mm-hmm. I've got people that have a pontoon bucket, a European travel bucket, a 50th wedding anniversary bucket. So they're all kind of depends on what's really, really important to you.
What about Starbucks?
Starbucks. That's really important to me. That shouldn't be in the market. I actually don't even want to see what I spend in that bucket, quite frankly. But it's super important. And then the other side is the risk. So if you have a vehicle bucket and you're going to buy a car 5 years from now, that could be a little bit more aggressively invested than your travel bucket that you're going to use 6 months from now to take the trip to Europe. So you have to match the risk to the bucket. So there's several different things going on here. You first fund what's important to you and then figure out what kind of risk you should take on it. Shouldn't all just go into mutual funds. Shouldn't all just go in the bank. You just got to determine when you need it and then match that right risk with it.
So even if you don't have the money pulled together, the takeaway to this is you can have a level of risk that matches what your intention is. Mm-hmm. And that's really the beauty of this idea or this system or this way of working.
That's right. And then match it and then put a name to it.
Yep.
Name it. And so your statement comes every quarter.
Yep.
And your 5 buckets are there and they're named, and then you got a goal. And so let's say your goal is $10,000 to have in your car bucket, and there's $2,000 in it right now. It starts to track to that goal.
Yep.
And so it's really profound to be able to name it and then match the risk and then watch that grow. And then when it gets there, maybe you use it, maybe you don't. But at least it's there to fund that thing that's important to you.
Very cool. All right. Well, there you have it.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. And I hope you guys appreciated today's conversation about iBuckets.
iBuckets.